We're back. It has been a while since we've gone live, and I apologise for that. There's been a lot going on. I've built a new studio, which I've still yet to do a tour. I'm really sorry about that, Paul Cruz. I know you've been asking for that one. Just last week, I got laser eye surgery, which obviously has not delayed the live stream thing. It's, I haven't done a live stream for probably 12 months now. But, it's been a while and I apologise for that. I want to get back into it. I've actually semi-recently took a bit of a job, last year because of COVID and stuff, and we're still doing some freelance, but I'm back to doing freelance and I really want to ramp up my education as well. You've probably noticed that I have been putting out some videos as of late, some tutorials and things, but I would love to just be smashing more live streams because I love doing it. I love educating as I work. It's really easy for me just to press record and talk to you while I work on stuff. And I think it's valuable for you to actually see the process from start to finish, even long form as it is. You can skip through if you need to. But anyway, we should just get into it because, that's what we're here for. As I mentioned, I did get laser eye surgery last week, and I am still recovering from that. I've still got a bit of blurry vision. It's not great, but I'm going to push on. So if you see me squinting at my screen, maybe in the chat, let me know if I'm squinting too much. Also, this is the first stream in a long time. I've done some testing and tried to make sure that everything sounds and looks all right. But please let me know if you have any issues with the sound or the vision. And any other encouragement you've got in the comments, or discouragement if you really want to. I'd love to hear from you guys. And anyone new to the stream, the format's going to be like it's always been. I've had a lot of people who have come along on the journey, and I've loved, and I hope they all come back. But any new people out there, welcome to the live stream. This is Noisy Post, my studio. Currently, it's 7.1 studio with mostly PMC speakers, and I'm trying out these Cali audios at the rears here. But what we're going to be working on today is only a stereo mix. Ben Co, mate, it is good to have you back. One of my faves. Actually, Ben Co and I have got something in the works, which I'm excited to be talking to you about. Oh, yeah, new speakers. Yeah, I'm trying out those. So I'm just trying to see if they work in combination because I'm actually looking at upgrading to Atmos. But yes, I've got something exciting happening with Ben Co, which we will announce soon. Other things that are going on in the last sort of 12 months, other than not doing live streams, I have been doing a bunch of educational videos for you guys, but I've also got a bunch of products, which I'm going to spruik now because why not? I've got your attention. So quickly, I'm going to just talk about, I've got some merch and stuff, some really funny, or not really funny, some funny-ish, maybe, funny audio t-shirts and stuff at noisypost.com.au/shop. But I've also got a really exciting product that I've launched, and that is Practice Productions. Basically, you get an AAF file and an MP4 file of a existing, already released short film, and it's something you can practice on and you can use as a show reel to get that first job. If you're new to sound, it might help you get that first job because you'll have something in a show reel. Or if you're more experienced, it's just something to practice on. Maybe you need more practice on dialogue editing or sound design. You can use these AAFs. You also get my 5.1 and 2.0 mix down template with that as well. So go to the website to check that out. Hey, Noel Watson, what's up? You are new. Moving into audio post, nice. You're into Fairlight as well. Well, unfortunately for you guys, your Fairlight lovers out there, because I have been doing a lot of Fairlight stuff, we are going into Pro Tools because for this music mix, I feel like music definitely needs to be done mostly in Pro Tools. It's without the Vision. Well, we'll get Vision later, but at the moment I've got Pro Tools here open. So this is the Duke Ellington's Sacred Concerts. So my stepbrother Toshi Clinch, who's an absolute gun, has he has multiple bands, but he has a big band, and this is some of the best players in Australia They played at the St Andrew's Cathedral, so our basically a tourist destination, this massive cathedral in the city, and they had a choir as well, and they did these Duke Ellington's arrangements that he transposed and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, it was a live concert, and this cathedral was beautiful. We recorded many channels. You can see them all here. We had 2 sets of ambience mics, so there's about 300 people or something there, and we filmed it as well. So I don't want to talk too long. We need to get into it, but we filmed it as well. And so what I'm doing is basically just giving it a quick enough mix that Toshi can review it, because he needs to work out what tracks are going to be making the cut. And then also for the editor to start editing. So I thought I'd do a quick edit, clean up, and I've already done a lot of that stuff, and I did make a quick video on it, but I'm going to talk through what plugins I've got. I'm going to show you some of the tracks. I'm going to show you, just some of the things that I've done in it already, and then we're going to just work our way through it, because I just want to, as I said, general balance of everything from start to finish. But it's a long concert. It goes for about 2 hours. And there's some pretty eclectic music here. There's some interesting stuff. But let's just get into it. So I'll just play a few of the tracks, and so you can hear the actual room as well. So there was a big band. So about, what do we got? 5 saxes, 3 trombones, 4 trumpets. There was a choir. We had 4 mics on the choir. It was about a 20-piece choir. We got upright bass, piano. It was a grand piano that they got shipped in there. There's drums, and what else have we got? Do we get? I can't remember. Do we have percussion? We didn't have percussion. And then there's vocalists, and then we've got a tap dancer as well, which happens later. So let's just have a listen through, and I'll show you some of the plugins we got going on. You can see I'm smashing the Waves BB tubes on pretty much everything, just to get a nice warm console sound. I just love the low mid range of this. It's just beautiful. So easy piano. A lot of these I've got this virtual one on there, which does the same thing. So sometimes I've doubled up on that. Let me know if you can hear it all right. So I've obviously clearly done a lot of work on this already. So you can see here I've bussed everything out. So I've got drums, saxes, whatever, and they're all getting sent to reverbs as well. So I've got a church reverb, which is kind of just accentuates what's going on. I'll show you the room mic. So let's go to a bit more of an exciting section. So there's the room mics. So we had a pair right at the front, basically next to they had a PA for the singers and stuff, and then there was some probably maybe 6 meters back. You can hear the choir. One thing I want to show you, and I think if you saw the video, the choir, I'm using clarity on this. Listen to that hats. Listen to those hats there. Sorry, the cymbals. Joshua. Judges group. Samuel. So you can tell I've thinned it out. So they're right behind the trumpets who are blasting and stuff. The kit's right there. So we did our best to isolate them, but obviously for the picture and the live concert, it needs to look good as well. Let me know if everything's sounding and looking all right. It'd be good to get some feedback, because I'm hoping that it is. As I said, I've tested it, and I was happy with my test, but just need to make sure that's all good. So yeah. So here's our saxes. So obviously panned everything here, and a lot of them, so you can see I've got So these, I've got a gate, just a little gate. Then I'm using tube. Then we're going hard on, sounds good, brother, thank you. Then I'm going hard on some of this stuff's not doing anything. Some of it is. Some are bypassed, some aren't. But there's just like just the warmth and the deliciousness from Slate's plugins. I love Slate's, particularly for music. I don't really use it a lot in post, but for music, oh, I love it. And then I'm just doing a bit of a slow cutting off, just taking off the top when it comes to compression. That's pretty much the same throughout the horns and stuff. And then we'll go through, let's show you some other parts of the concert, and then we'll go through editing. So you can also see here what I'm doing is either using, I haven't done a lot, to be honest, or any. So see, I've got VCAs set up. So obviously the VCAs here all control the group. So there's drums, bass, whatever. I also need to stop saying obviously. I know that is my if you've ever watched my videos, although I try my best to take them out, obviously is my and I say it when most things that I'm saying probably aren't obvious to you, so I apologize. You can see here that I'm doing the editing, and I've already done the editing on all the dialogue. So all the singing and the talking, the tap dance here has been done. You can see there's bits here where I've taken out. If you go back, and I would recommend you go watch, I did a video on using Clarity and Isotope to clean up this section. There was a donk, like someone, I think one of the sax players hit their, I don't know what you call it, I call it a fretboard, whatever it is, and you could hear this donk throughout all the mics, and I use Isotope to clean that. So I would recommend going back and watching that video. But you can see here, so I'm doing some cleaning up of certain channels just so that the audience mics, it doesn't bleed when their audience claps. So you can see here I've done a raised, so you can see there, so I've automated raise in the ambience mics. Yeah, what have I got here? Yeah, so I've just done that with some automation there. And what I do is turn off all the other microphones that need to be turned off, because like you can see the piano's still open and stuff, but the mics you can hear when they're clapping, so the band claps. So you can't, that's a piano mic, he's not clapping, but some of the band claps through it, and it sounds really full on because they're right at their mic. So I just turn that off and let the crowd go. So we're just doing some rides and stuff. Most of this is just quickly trying to make it sound nice so that Toshi can enjoy it and the editor's got something good to work with. But it'll save me time later. I don't have to do less in the post. So what else we got? We got some singing.
No heaven, no earth, no nothing.
I got a bit of a slap delay on him. Now, he's coming through a PA in the audience mics, which is kind of annoying. It's pretty boomy and stuff, but we just have to deal with what we got. So this is a part of, mixing when you're doing it for picture and all that sort of stuff. So the room mics here, we could probably afford to we could maybe even take a bit out, just go like this or something. The only thing is, if we do that, we might lose. We don't want to thin it too much when they're clapping and stuff, See what I mean? So we don't want to thin that out too much, but we could probably ride that as well with automation. But for now, I'm not going to worry about that. So you can see here I'm doing a bunch of clip gain and things like that on Toshi. So he's leading it, but he talks into the mic sometimes. So, but at that point, I think he just yelled it out and the mic was still on the stand next to him. So. I don't actually remember where I was up to. So you can see here I've ridden the choir mics. So I might do the same thing. We've got them at the end here. No, so no choir. Afid is here. No, the audience mics. Yeah, I was there to do to assist the recording. So I actually filmed. I was one of the cameramen, but just basically was supervising the live sound guy, making sure that I got what I needed. So we've definitely got stereo mics. So we've got a stereo pair, basically at the front where the PA, close to the PA-ish, at the very front, and then a little bit further back. So we've got a bit of distance as well, so it means we've got a bit more of the church, because this is a big cathedral. Look up St Andrews. What is it? I don't think it's St Andrews. That's a golf course, isn't it? Cathedral. I'm going to look it up. Anyone know what it is? Benni? What's the massive cathedral across from Flinders? I'm going to look it up. So Google, where are we? Just let me bring it up. St Paul's Cathedral. There we go. St Paul's Cathedral. Look it up. Look up some photos. It's absolutely stunning. One of the best things, actually, when we first got there, we were setting up mics and whatever. One of the sax players had sat down early and he just started playing on his own, and it was stunning. Just a solo sax playing in this massive cathedral. It was beautiful. All right, so we'll go through. Let's just assume, I haven't done any more rides from here. Let's just assume that we are going from about that section. What I'm going to do is quickly just copy. So I'm just using mouse and keyboard at the moment. I haven't got any faders set up or anything like that, which, is probably a bit lazy of me, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to do this. So we're going to pull down our choir mics. They're not really feeding through anyway, but let's just turn them down when they're not being used. Automating already. Yes. Sorry, Diamond. It's been pre-mixed. I probably deceivingly said I'm mixing as well, but most of it is like I've actually gone through. You can see here, bunch of plugins already on there. It's not final mix. This is basically, I did a quick test mix after we did a rehearsal, and then I went back after that when we'd done the concert and just had a bit of a play because I was excited about the project. And so the mix is all right. But I'm now just automating some stuff as well, just like the audience mics. Nothing huge. So I've got VCAs here ready to go, so I can do fader movements and actually ride stuff musically based off what the director or the music director wants. But for now, it's just ride the audience so that the editor's got something to work with. But, I wanted something to test live stream. So I thought this would be a good one as a starter. So cool. All right, so let's just listen through. Yes, Digico, yeah. Hey, Gaston from Berlin, welcome. So we will ride solos and stuff like that. And depending on the solo, I might even pan it in the center again, like automate it, but we're not going to do all that for now. We're just going to listen through, make some tweaks. We might even skip through the songs a bit, depending on what's going on. Let me know what you think so far. Let me know what it sounds in your space. Sounds like in your space. That'd be good. Also, be warned. This is Duke Ellington's Sacred Concerts. So it's an eclectic bunch of tunes with a choir, big band. As I've said, new people. There's a 20-piece choir, big band, tap dancer, and some singers. I'd love to show you. I wonder if I can quickly. If you didn't watch my other tutorial, check this out. So what was going on here, I'll undo it all. One of the saxes made a faff right in the gap, and it was bloody annoying. Check this out. So I had to isotope every bit. Check this out. Hear that? That dunk right in the middle of that beautiful solo-y bit. And so I did a bunch of isotoping. So I used the paint out, like I literally painted out the sound. Or what did I use? I used replace, because it was one long note at that point. So it was one long note, so it was easy to paint out. So go back and watch that video if you want to see exactly how I did that. I'll isolate some stuff for you as well. I might turn off some of these groups so you can actually, no, I'll keep them on because I can press, not that one. There we go. So some of these are pretty well isolated because obviously horns, they just blast and they were right up on the mics. This piano player was a freak. His name was Caleb. Oh, mate. I'm so rude. I don't remember his name. But he's played with, I think he's played with Stevie Wonder and stuff. Like he tours with massive guys in the States. He's just stunning. And as I said, they shipped in so I'll solo it out. They shipped in a grand piano. So with the, I could probably afford to turn the room mics up a little bit, can't I? Maybe I'll give him a little boost. Let me know if you've got any questions or want to know anything about the setup. You can see here I've got everything's grouped in VCAs as well as they're bussed out. So everything's bussed out except for the, what's the bass? So everything, it says A because that's, why did it say A? Maybe that was when I imported the files or something. Anyway, that's my master. Is the clipping my end recording or output? What room mics did you use? The room mics were, I think he had Rhodes, is it the M5s or something? Is it clipping, is it? Maybe some sections are. I might be pumping it through. Is it clipping for everyone else? Because I might be just shooting it through a little bit too loud. Maybe I'll just back it off a little bit. As in that feed from Pro Tools. How beautiful is that? Oh. So you had DPAs, those little clip-on DPAs inside the piano. Okay, my mic's clipping. All right. One second. I'll off a smidgy as well. All right. Horn stabs. All right. Yeah, they sound pretty good, eh? He actually, and what I haven't done yet is I've got to remember, we've got a list of the mics that we used, but he used a bunch of the Slate mics. and I haven't used the mic emulators on there. So I definitely should do that before we get the final mix out, because I think he had like 5 of them or something, or maybe it's 4 of them on the trumpets or something like that. So I need to use the Slate mic emulation. But yeah, the room mics sound pretty great, don't they? Let me just play. Obviously, I've EQ'd them a bit, but a bit honky. Probably gone a bit too hard in this mid-range. I think it's actually technically the tube emulation. Let's go just one. There we go. Just getting rid of that bit of that mid-range. Although it kind of works in the mix a bit. I don't want to get rid of too much of it. Yeah, it is DPAs on the piano. Sorry. Yeah, there's definitely DPAs. I think it's just the pair that they kind of fork on or whatever. They sound fantastic, and the isolation's pretty solid. Let me... well, I say that, but the drum kit was right there next to him. So listen, he's clearly not playing through everything, but... So he's only playing real soft because the guy's talking through this bit. So we got bass mic, DI. Use the DI to kind of punch through a bit. The bass mic sounds a bit nicer. Drum kit here. Overheads. Let's see where he hits that. So look, the mix still needs work. It literally, I did a lot of like copy and paste plugins and stuff. But you know, let me know what you think how it's going so far. Mind showing the mic list from the show? No, I don't mind. Except I've got to pull it up. Give me a second. I might not have it on hand. There's a great selection of mics. Let me see. Don't think I've got it. I don't want to waste too much time on looking it up. No, I don't have access to it easily, unfortunately. So no, I can't show it to you now. But he's got an awesome selection of mics. So the guy who recorded it, he does a lot of live filming and live production, but he also has a studio which the big band records in sometimes. So he's got a whole bunch of vintage mics and just a really good selection. So we've got piano. Let's just skip through a little bit. Choir's back here, so let's mix them back in. Let's do some quick automation changes. As I said, it's some weird music at times, but so it's a very live sound, but you should have seen the hall and the picture. Like, it will make sense to be a bit more live than close mic'd vibes. I think the choir comes back in here. Oh no, drum solo. There you go. All right. So what we'll do in this section, for the sake of the drums sounding nicer, we'll back everything else off, I think. I'll just see where the end of the solo is, because... Oh, there we go. Choir's back in. So what we'll do is just quickly dip everything else a little bit. The piano, I'll just use automation. Clip gain here. Just get rid of a little bit of it. Because particularly here, we just want it to be a little bit less live. Obviously, you can hear, listen to that. That's the room mics. The reverb lasts for ages. Could even raise the drums just a little bit for its solo, maybe. Make it big. Obviously, we're not doing a proper mix yet, so it's just making it sound good for Toshi to enjoy. And all right, here we go. Choir's back. So I'm just duplicating. I'm just pressing Control D, and I can duplicate it. I can I'll set my nudge value to seconds. I'll definitely mix those cymbals lower, but I'm not going to bother going that hard. Anyone got any questions? So what I'll quickly do now is Toshi will start talking in a minute. You can see there I've done some pre-edits. But what I'll do, so you see here, this is what I was talking about before. So the choir claps or makes noises. And like, you know, the Barry guy, Barry as in the Barry player, always claps as well. So what I'll do is just, I normally delete, which it's a bad habit. But basically I just do, select the area, go Control E, I'm on PC, and then Control M, and you just mute it. And then I can put in a fade. Put in a fade on these as well. And then I've still got it there if I need to bring anything back or if, you know, there's something I'm missing. And just checking, I bring the audio back up to about 1 dB. So let's just do this. 1-ish. Just do a quick draw in. Yeah.
John Storino on the drum.
I am using reverbs, so there's definitely reverbs because, like, hear that? And in fact, I may even have some on the audience. Yeah. You can hear that there. So I'm using Symphony 3D, which, Ben, we've talked about Phoenix Reverb. I think it's the same one. Oh, no, so that's the vocal plate. That's not Stratus 3D. So I've got a whole Stone Church, this preset is, and I think I extended it even more. So I might dip it where Toshi talks, possibly. See how we go.
John Storino on the drums. Brett Williams on the piano.
Not that it really matters, but his mic sounds a little bit overcompressed. I might turn that down a little bit.
Aaron Hedenstrom.
I should be doing this with a fader, but I do have a dock here. I don't know why I'm not using that, but that's the one thing I haven't set up at the moment.
John Storino on the drums.
Just going to back off the compression a little bit.
Brett Williams on the piano.
So you can tell this is, obviously I've not fine-tuned some of this stuff. It's been a bit of copy and paste, but...
Paul Williamson on the baritone saxophone.
The one thing I like doing as well, and I'm going to do it here, is cutting out the audience clapping in Toshi's mic, in his talking mic, because you get a fair amount of mono stuff. So I'll just do that, and I can do a quick, I don't know, fade. Let's go. Don't adjust the existing fades, and we want to add maybe, I'd say, maybe 800 milliseconds either side. That looks pretty good. I might just nudge him.
On the piano.
1 second nudge is too big. Let's go back to 6 frames.
On the clarinet. John Storino on the drums.
So he can afford to have his mic
John
up.
Storino on the drums.
Probably a bit bright.
John Storino on the drums. John Storino on the drums.
Just
John Storino on the drums.
fixing the S-ing a bit. De-esser.
John Storino on the drums. Brett Williams on the piano.
Might just open him up a little bit so you get a bit more bottom
Paul
end.
Williamson on the baritone saxophone.
There's
John
your-
Storino on the drums.
So that's the church reverb there.
John Storino on the drum. John Storino on the drums. Brett Williams on the piano. Paul Williamson on the baritone saxophone. Aaron Hedenstrom on the clarinet.
You can hear, I think the gate didn't open properly there maybe.
Aaron Hedenstrom on the clarinet.
It's annoying we don't have a
Carl
picture.
Mackey on the tenor sax.
We had about, actually, you might be interested. We had, how many cameras? So there was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we had about 9 cameras on. So 3-manned. We had 3-man cameras, and then the rest were static. So we had like a massive wide shot of the church, like it was like a 14 mil lens, just like wide of the stage and the church, like looking up at the church is stunning. But yeah, 3-manned, and then the rest, like, you know, there was a static on the piano, static on the drums, static on the choir, so that if we missed anything, you would get it as well.
Dan Beasy on the trumpet.
So he's obviously thanking people who had solos throughout that first section because it's a big
I
intro.
thought that was a good way to get you in the mood. Now, for those
So there's obviously laughs and stuff. We probably don't need to go this hard with automation at the start,
way
but
to get you in the mood. Now,
yeah, I'm probably going a
way
bit
to
hard, but
get you in the
whatever.
mood. Now, for those that may not have been to a jazz concert, and definitely if you're familiar with this setting, maybe you have not been to a jazz concert recently. One thing that happens with the band is we feed off the energy of you guys just as much as you feed off the energy of us. So if you hear something you like, let us know about it. Also, if you hear something that you don't like, that could be fun too. We're gonna move on.
He knows how to chat, doesn't he, on the mic? Let's get some
Hear something
life
that you
going
don't
there.
like, that could be fun too. Hear something that you don't like, that could be fun too. We're gonna move on to a medley of a couple tunes, but it's gonna start with a tune called Ain't But the One.
So I'm sure they'll cut out gaps and stuff, but I don't need to worry about that for now because the picture's obviously going to be what it is. Any questions? Hey, Paul Cruz! No studio tour yet, mate. It's going to happen when I clean up. Honestly, you can see one camera at the moment, but if you could see the mess that's around me, yeah, it's still getting there. Trying to do my best to get it all. Well, it has its moments. I get it all clean and then I film something and then have to pull out my video gear and then stash it. Anyway, welcome back, mate. So again, let me know if you got any questions. I'm going to quickly just dip down this choir again, wherever the... Yeah, so the drums just... The drums bleed through everything. I wonder if maybe I will turn my room mics just down and again slightly. See how we go. Are you called Noisy Ponk out here too? Noisy. So Ponk is my gaming name. It's basically Knop backwards. I stole that from a gamer mate. So I don't think people really know me as Noisy Ponk on here, but that's what I call. That's my gaming name. So if you ever see me playing video games, it's Noisy Ponk. So we got a singer in this section.
Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars? Who knows the judgment? Who is the power? Who is the one who knows the story? Hey, little apples that fall from the tree. Birds in the sky, board fish in the sea.
How dare you join late, mate? Choir's back, all right. So, I've already brought him back.
Paul Williamson on the back. Ain't but the one.
So we might have to boost the choir a little bit in this song. This is just purely for Toshi to listen back to, and then the video editor gets to have something nice to listen to. One thing I am always careful about with live shows like this is not to have mics that are open all the time, like horn mics or choir mics, in certain sections of the song. So here you can't hear the choir. I still like having those mics open a bit because you don't want it to go from kind of dry to really live. I tracked it in the sense that I supervised the live guy, as in I made sure I was happy with the mics and the mic positions. I reviewed the rehearsal, checked it all, changed things if I wanted it changed. So the recording was the main priority. But he recorded it on, I can't remember, on Uendo. No, it wasn't, I don't know, Cubase or something, and then just gave me the files. But I was actually a videographer on the concert. I was one of the cameramen because I can do it and it saved money. So yeah, as I was saying, stuff like the choir mics and things, I don't like to have them like totally off and then just on when they sing, because you don't want to hear that the liveness come back in during the song. But we'll just see. It's about fine tune. Just a bit concerned. The drums are very live. I might boost them a little bit, get a bit more clarity in there. And I'm going to back off the overheads tad. Let's go back and listen to the choir.
Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars?
So the choir has some reverb on it, and I'm trying not to push too hard on that, because again, if they're, I might even give them a little bit of the. Actually, I haven't sent any. Oh, the vocal bus has already got the reverb on there. I might just try just a little bit. Let's get the choir going.
Just one. Ain't but the one. Just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars?
So give them a bit more reverb. The only thing is, I might even get rid of the pre-delay. Do we have any? No, we don't really anyway. The issue is then the drums and stuff, or things feeding in that mic, get more reverb and you get everything just even more live. But we obviously don't want them to sound too dry because everything is close mic'd.
Just one. Ain't but the one. Just one. Ain't but the one good Lord.
I might just boost them a little bit. Again, we're not doing full rides now, so I will do fader rides, for even just one line of vocals. But for now, we're just doing a quick pass.
Ain't but the one.
It's going to be on YouTube, I think, eventually. So the video editor, I've got to finish this, and then the video editor is going to do the video cut. So we just shot everything isolated, and then he'll do the edit. So it could be a month, maybe 2. I've obviously got to do a proper post mix with the music director as well. Anyone else got any questions, any queries, want to know more? I'll try not to double up, but people who came late, I apologise. I'm going to repeat myself for the people who came early.
Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars? Just one. Who knows the judgment? Just one. Who is the power? Who is the one who knows the story? Hey, little metals that fall from the tree. With birds in the sky, but fish in the sea.
I can see the crowd starts clapping here, so I'm just getting rid of the quiet mic after that. It's great, mate. I love having a studio out the back. It's the best. And I'm hoping, now that I've got the streaming stuff set up, and I'm actually hoping to ramp up streaming, and I think to me, streaming's a lot easier than creating videos. Takes a lot more time, and I feel like there's a lot more value in this stuff anyway. Seeing the long form, you can obviously skip through stuff if you want, or if I'm repeating, but the fact that you can ask questions live and people can ask questions and be the next stream, I'd prefer to do it this way, more long form stuff as well as tutorials, of course. But I just want to listen, so listening to this, and I'm going to mute the room mics. I've got to remember I can talk over the music because I've got a gate on there. So that's without room mics.
Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great. Ain't the triple walk and the lion man see.
Yeah, unfortunately you can hear his mics.
Ain't the triple walk and the lion man see. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one.
Yeah, it's really tricky because his mic's clearly bleeding through a lot into there, because he was through a PA.
Just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars? Who makes the judgment? Who is the power? Ain't but the one who knows the story.
So I've got this slap delay on there as well. I love this. I haven't done any, other than chucking it on there, I haven't done really anything to it, just sort of set a bit of a quick slap. But I love this tape emulated delay. It's so good. Oh, I think my dog wants to come in. Give me a second. My Frenchie, come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, this is Bonbon. There you go, buddy. He's a beefy little Frenchie who loves hanging in the studio. He'll sit here all day with me. Do you have anything tasty on your mix bus or just on your groups? Yes. Let me go through that quickly. So I've got quite a bit. I've got just a bit of EQ that I don't know when I did this, but that just rolls off the very low end stuff. And you can see I've just kind of notched some things out. Again, got some more of this BB Tubes, which I love. If you want to help me out and you really want this, use the link in the description. Waves, you should get it for sure. And then there's a bit of EQ business going on there. And just like some of these units, just slates units, just add just nice coloration and stuff to it. Then I'm using Inflator, which I absolutely love this plugin. This one, and I'm using it pretty aggressively, probably too much. This Oxford Inflator just brings out, I don't know what it does. It just kind of lifts all the ambience and the vibes and just brings it up, and it fills the sound. I like so good. This is my go-to compressor, mix bus compressor, and then I've got a limiter at the end, and I've got Insight, which you can see. Oh, sorry, this whole time, wrong camera. Damn it. Whoops. All right, let's quickly start again. So I've got an EQ, as I said, rolled off here, bass. Sorry, guys, you should have said, what are you doing? No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Too busy showing off my dog. So, yeah, I've got the bit of roll off at the bottom end there. I've got the BB tubes, doing a little bit of stuff with slate, just a bit of EQ. Then I've got Oxford Inflator, which I just love, as I said. And then this is Slate's. I love this compressor. I put this on like my drum bus as well as my master bus. And then I've got just a hard limiter at the end. And then Insight, which you can see Insight there on my second monitor. We can't see your screen. I know, I fixed it now. Apologies for that. So vocals, yeah, the vocals aren't sticking out enough. Unfortunately, he bleeds a lot, so...
Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one, just one. Ain't but the one good Lord above. Ain't but the one great God above. Who set the stars? Who knows the judgment? Who is the power?
Thing to note about performance as well is they only had like a couple of days rehearsals and stuff, and it's 2 hours of content, so they did pretty awesome considering.
Ain't but the one good.
I'm gonna just keep skipping through a bit.
Wiggle like walking stick, make a snake out of the cave. Made a million miracles, the miracles never fail. Say Jonah, yes he did, belly all that wind.
So that's me muting the. I just wanted to check if I've added too much reverb.
Wiggle like walking stick, make a snake out of the cave.
Let's mute the room.
Made a million miracles, the miracles never fail. Say Jonah, yes he did.
So that's the rooms and the reverb muted there.
Wiggle like walking stick, make a.
Yeah, nice. Lo-fi plugin when used very subtly brings out. Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, that's what I find even with some of the, like using some of this just to give it a bit of crunch, a small amount of crunch is great for doing a similar thing.
Make a serpent wiggle like walking stick, make a snake.
I think we might have to pull my room down a little bit because it's just pretty live.
Wiggle like walking stick, make a snake out of the cave. Made a million miracles, the miracles never fail. Say Jonah, yes he did, belly all that wind. The fed people in the wilderness, then a sky and then Daniel opened up the cart, jumped from the lion den. Stop the river Jordan fell. And Joshua wins the battle of Jericho.
We'll obviously fine-tune the mix later. I just want to make sure everything can be heard enough for Toshi to kind of review.
Who knows the job?
Is it time to start wearing lenses? Are you talking about my squinting? So I don't know if you heard, I mentioned at the start, I got laser eye surgery last week and my eyes are still a bit blurry. I probably shouldn't be working as much as I have this week, but yeah, I'm struggling to see a little bit. Particularly one of my eyes is a bit off, so I'm kind of like squinting a bit. So apologies for that. Hopefully that'll get better. The whole point is of getting laser is that I don't have to wear glasses, you don't see reflections, and I don't have to squint, but it's mostly for long distance, so I'll probably still squint on this screen.
The great
turn the feedback down on this heaps.
but the great God of love.
This is the problem with doing any automation early on. I'm like, I just want to pull up the fader. I should have done this on the trim, which maybe I can. Maybe we'll quickly just boost the trim up on these. Not too. Yeah, I think it's LASIK or whatever it is. So they basically just laser your cornea so that it's like having contacts. Your script is literally shaved into your eyeballs. But it takes a while for it to actually, because your eyes are organic matter and not stone, they get traumatized by it, and they also, you get inflammation and stuff. So I've got to wait for all that to die down. I'm serious. Might open just the bottom end of those a little bit. Just make them a bit fuller sounding. I might have gone a bit hard, but bones are particularly slappy. Okay, the choir's back in. Annoying. There we go. Might keep the audience mics up a bit to get a bit more of the space. So Toshi talks through some of this, I think. Oh no, the other guy, the singer.
Could you live 100% what the 10 Commandments meant? Could you live 100% what the 10 Commandments meant?
Fortunately, we needed a mic on the basses, I think, at the back.
Make 100% your goal and make it to save your soul.
Just going to clip gain him up a bit because he's talking, not singing.
It's got to be 100% on or nothing at all. You either...
Got any questions, anyone? So we've got a 2-hour show we're just smashing through. We're not really smashing, eh? What's the time? Been going an hour. It's almost bedtime, actually.
And ain't nobody so. And you will make the way all the way till they go.
Might boost the choir a bit more. Oh, piano solo. We're going to listen to this because it's friggin' awesome. This guy's so good. Just going to lower the choir mics after the singing bit. How good is this? No one else? No one else loves it? Oh, mate, that is so good. That is hot. Ride the audience mics. Maybe not that much. No questions, anyone? I can see there's a crowd clap there. I'm just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna boost it there. I think Toshi talks there, so that'll be the end of the song. So these solos and stuff I will ride later. And some of them I might even pan, depending on what it looks like on camera. As I said, this is for Toshi to review and then the video to edit, so it doesn't have to be perfect for now. Sounds like the choir are back. Where's your coffee machine? You want me to stay longer and have a... mate, coffee at this time of night would be a deadly idea. Him singing. Oh, there you go. Got to be careful you don't delete stuff you shouldn't. Whoopsies. I could hear him though. Yeah, it's a weird... Some of the songs are pretty weird on this thing. How did the piano sound before you processed after the... It's deliciously buttery. Oh, okay. Let me go back to the solo and have a listen. Hopefully I made it sound better and not worse. It's probably not a lot. So it's got its own reverb. Oh, you're having lunch and watching. That's nice. Well, it's 10:37 at night. So obviously taken the top end off because the cymbal mostly, the drums were pretty close. So you hear that. You obviously lose the bite of the piano, but it kind of warms it up a bit, as in it dulls it, I guess, in a nice way. Then I've got, this is bit of Brit on there, so it's a bit of console emulation. Looks like there's some EQ to take out some bottom end mess. A little bit of compression, although I don't know if that touches very often. Bit of low thickness. That's like a harmonic distortion on that. It's going through like these are Neve and SSL EQs and stuff, so you kind of get the emulation. But then with the reverb and the room, it just sounds nice, I reckon. Nice balance. Thank you for saying. So what do we got? There's some weird, yeah. I feel like some of these sections, I don't know, is this a bass solo or is this just a... Yeah, I feel like they don't know exactly where they're going with some of these songs, but as I said, they didn't rehearse. They rehearsed for the week leading up and that was it. There's a lot of music, so... Do you want me to explain things more technically? I don't... Honestly, sometimes it's hard too because I don't... Like, I know that Slate's done an awesome job of emulating their, consoles and stuff like that. And so sometimes some of this stuff is just nice when you just chuck it on there. Like, particularly the BB tubes. As soon as you throw it on there, even with no settings on, you just get beautiful warmth, like a console warmth. But what do you want me to say? Do you want me to give you the exact EQs? Honestly, like here, I'm just doing what sounds nice to my ears. I don't have a Mac access. Well, I've got my old Mac trash can, but I bought this machine to do video editing as well, and I needed for it to cope to do live stream and mixing, but it's just a beefier machine than my Mac, so...
Brett Williams on the piano.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. I'll keep doing me. I make things sound good to me, and I do it by pressing some buttons. Yeah, BB Tubes is awesome. I need to do some videos on it, but... Oh. That's Mike there, so we're going to get rid of that.
Brett Williams on the piano.
So as I did before, I'm going to just delete. So hear the difference between...
Brett Williams on the piano.
Get rid of that.
Brett Williams on the piano.
Brett Williams, that's his name. Or you Google Brett Williams. I'm pretty sure he played piano for Stevie Wonder, but as in toured with him. But he's just an absolute gun. So I'm getting rid of the mic in audience in his mic, in Toshi's talkie mic. And then I'll ride these, so...
Brett Williams on the piano.
That's how you get a nice, clean audience with some automation.
John Bennett on the alto saxophone.
You can hear it. So Toshi's mic here, these ones in particular, I might just dim them. They're a bit hot.
Brett Williams on the piano. John Bennett on the alto saxophone.
Switching a new endo. I have a copy of, not the latest one, but one soonish, and it's pretty sick. I had a company reach out to me recently about using their DAW, but it's I'll be posting some videos about that soon. It's more about doing quick sound design for things like trailers and ads. So what I'm also going to do is delete all this stuff. So that's because, as I said before, like this, Barry loves the clap, as in literally he's the Barry player, not his name's Barry. So I just like to get rid of that stuff and just have it clean. So here we go.
We're going to give you a break from the vocals for a second, just in case that's not your thing. I'm kidding, of course, it's wonderful. But he was so good on the first tune, we have to have him back. Please put your hands together for Mr. Paul Williamson on the baritone. We're going to give you a break from the vocals for a second, just in case that's not your thing. I'm kidding, of course, it's wonderful. But he was so good on the first tune, we have to have him back. Please put your hands together for Mr. Paul Williamson on the baritone.
Just wondering if I...
I'm kidding, of course, it's wonderful. But he was so good on the first tune, we have to have him back.
Just going to back off
Mr. Paul Williamson on the baritone.
Back off the compression a bit. Sorry, I'm doing things without talking. Backing off the compression. I've got a leveler, max leveler on the vocal, or on his talking mic, and I just want to back off the compression a bit.
On the baritone.
Yeah, I'm really conscious about my squinting now. It's annoying. Yeah, mate. Representing all Pauls. Let me know if tonally everything's sounding all right in your spaces. Obviously, it all needs a bit more work, but there's a bit of copy and paste going on because I was trying to do it quick. So we'll skip through this solo bit. A long note, well held. So it sounds like whoops. I'd have gated my gate. There you go. Yeah, I gated my trumpets too much. I wonder if I even need the gate on the trumpets. They're pretty... I might just bypass them for now because they're pretty loud when they actually play. So you can hear that there. Oh, you can hear a siren in the background. Nice. So it's the city of Melbourne, so literally like the corner of our biggest, or one of our busiest spots, which is cool. Just going to take a guess where I want
Please,
this.
another round of applause for Mr. Paul Williamson. Now, to help us with the next couple of tunes, we have a wonderful...
So, going to go back and just clean up his
applause for Mr. Paul
dialogue.
Williamson. Please, another round of applause for Mr. Paul Williamson. Now, to help us with the next couple of tunes, we have a wonderful vocalist by the name of Michelle Nicole. Please put your hands together for Michelle.
So I've already done some of the... I've edited at least the vocals. We don't have vocals here, so I'm going to about there, just dip the choir down.
Brett Williams on the piano.
We don't need the choir for a while, I don't think. Oh no, they might be back in that song. Oh well. Some different reverbs. The main reverb is Stratus 3D. I love the exponential audio. I had the Phoenix Verb, which you got for like $10. They had it for $10 or something, and then I had to pay. I bought Isotope's bigger pack where you got these in there, but these come in Atmos, all the way up to Atmos, from stereo to Atmos, and they just such good reverbs. Love them. Just sound very convincing. Great question, thank you. The room is proofed enough. It's like 70%. Like, honestly, though, if my wife tells me off all the time, if I'm watching content in here or working on a film, this is low sub stuff. So fortunately, this stuff, I'm not. As you asked about how loud I'm mixing, I don't think I'm mixing that loud. Obviously, it's not bleeding into my mic and stuff. It's a dynamic mic, but yeah, it's not too loud. And yeah, it's mostly the low rumble stuff that they hear because there's a subfloor, there's carpet and a subfloor, but there's nothing underneath other than the framing and then the concrete slab that it's on. So stuff feeds sort of underneath. Told you about that sale, lol. Oh yeah, my greatest achievement to introduce you to Exponential. Yeah, well, I already knew about the plug-in Phoenix Verb. But yes, you did tell me about the sale, and I'm forever grateful because I used that on everything until I needed. Well, even then, I still use Phoenix on, like, I'll even use it in surround. But I'll use 2 of them, whatever. But the fact that now I've got Stratus and stuff is awesome. So this stuff, obviously, I'm going to ride the faders on some of these solos, but I won't do it for now. You can hear them enough.
Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. The gospel truth. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. 'Cause the truth is.
Okay, so she's hitting that compressor real hard. So as I said, I've done a fair amount of copy and paste. Like, I think I probably just copied the guy's vocal. So I'll fix that later, but for now we'll do.
Cause the truth is the light and the light's right and it's right. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. The gospel truth.
I'm going to wrap up in about 10 minutes, guys. So
It's a truth.
throw me your questions if you've got any more.
Tell me it's a truth. Cause the truth is the light and it's light.
I'm not sure if you can actually read it,
Right.
but my Luff's meter there, so I'm hitting it at about, well, it's minus 17.4 or whatever, but I'm probably aiming for about a minus 18 overall
Right.
for YouTube.
Right. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. Tell me it's a truth. Gospel truth.
Just going to back off the overheads a little bit.
Tell me it's a truth.
Maybe the hats as well.
Cause the truth is the light and the light's right and it's right.
Because I need to sleep, mate. I am looking after my children tomorrow, but I'll probably be back for another session on Friday. I'll definitely do once, if not twice a week. We'll see how we go, depending on what projects I've got going on. I'll definitely ramp up the streams, particularly now that I've got OBS kind of all set up again with intros and outros and whatever. So I'm good to go. So expect more of them, mate.
Right.
But thank you for wanting to hang out.
Right. It's
Just going to turn down that slap delay. I'm not getting any of that floor tom really. Oh. That's weird. NLS channel. I've probably already got enough emulations already on there because I got this. As well as, oh no, I don't have another one there, but I've got the BB tubes on there as well. PC what? Hey mate, yeah, I know. I turned to the dark side temporarily. I bought this machine for gaming in COVID and now I'm just using it because my Mac's getting a bit old and this is a bit of a beast, but I'll be honest, I really want to crank up the drive. I want to get myself one of the new studio Mac Mini things, but let's have a good year first, eh? Yeah, I could probably hit that a bit more, eh? Yeah, hit that a bit more. Yeah, let's do it. About the snare as well. Cool. How are you, Grant? It's been a long time. So we are going to ride the rooms again. What are you working on these days, Grant? Or Grant? Did I see it properly? Grant. Oh, there we go. She's back. All right. Oh, damn it. All right, so someone dropped something. That's lovely. I'm going to have to clean that out. I'll show you my isotope trick again because I'm going to have to use it. Can't lie, but Windows setup you got going is kind of weird, lol. What do you mean? What do you mean? What window in what way? Do you mean just this being not fully stretched or whatever? I'm trying to leave the bottom of the screen so that you can see me and crap. Do you want to see me or do you want me to not show you? So good to see you. I'm on a Mac Studio Max. Yeah, love it. That's what I want to get. I had my access to the Mac laptop, the Max laptop, the pretty much full spec for a while there and was loving it. I had that for a job that I was doing for a while and then, gave that up. So I've got my old trash can and I'm like, it's just so old now. I can't bother using it, but yeah. What are you saying? Can't lie, but the Windows setup you got going is kind of weird, lol. What's weird about it? You're weird. All right, so we got that weird sound. Let's see if we can... What I'll do is get rid of the drums and crap. We'll fade that back in slowly. I might not, because you can hear it there, but you can't really tell what it is as much now. But what I'll do is, I've already got up here, so I can send this to Isotope. Oh, wrong window. Come on over here, mate. So if we bring this over here so you can see it. Let's get rid of this crap for now. So this is going to be hopefully as easy as the last one. Let me just do this so you can see everything. I'm doing a heap of digital events, helping build a platform that runs mega Zoom events with events that Tony Robbins uses. Okay. Yeah, base M1 would kill the trash can. Yeah, that's the thing, and I'm trying to get rid of it, and no one wants to buy it because why would you? Sorry, I may have not set this up properly. RX monitor, yeah, and one is there. Why are you not playing? Oh, clearly I haven't routed that through properly. So RX monitor. Let's send that through to... Oh, that's such a mess. Let's go. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, yeah, good question. Yeah, I'll go. Even like English breakfast has got lots less caffeine. But yeah, a nice green tea, French Earl Grey, or I don't know. Just got bubbles, mate. All right. So what we'll try to do, so I got replace it here. So see here. That's the sound there. We might not be able to, it's not, the other one was so much easier. I'm just doing that reverse sucky vibes. Maybe let's try. It's a lot less dramatic now with that turned down. I'm going to just gain up the piano in this section. So it's just clip gain for now. I'll do proper fades later. Problem is if the drums come in. I've got a bug in here. What the heck? What I'll try and do is maybe paint it out of the piano. There is a ponky ponk sound, so let's send that. No. How much for the trash can? What are the specs? Super duper specs. I can't remember. I've got it on Marketplace. I can't remember what it was. I've also got the Tau Digit or Gidget or something. It's a Thunderbolt 3 adapter, so I can get Thunderbolt 3 devices on it. That's pretty sweet. All right, so let's try and paint this out. Is that one there or is that collapse? Let's send back that, see if that helps. Render that dude. Let's send this one back again, see if we can clean it up a little bit. Just get rid of that punch. What does the replace tool replace it with? The information that's around it. So for long notes, so if it's like a long singing note or a long piano note or whatever, so there's, if you check out my other tutorial where I did the exact same thing in a different section, the sax is playing a long note and it was the same note, so it just takes the information from around it. So the only issue is this, that reverse sucking sound. We could maybe just so you can hear it almost kind of gets matrixy, but in combination with the piano, it may be, all right, let's just render that and see. Yeah. Might have another crack at it. I think I might just try and soften it. So what we can do is there's also, so replace and there's attenuation. Maybe we just attenuate it. I've got that on too high. So if you go spectral repair, back that off heaps. Send that back. What I'll do is I might turn the room down a little bit at that point too. Sounds a bit artificial, eh? Yeah, unfortunately you can kind of hear it. Might actually be the piano that's the issue. Maybe if I push the rooms up again. Yeah, I think it's just going to be it is what it is, unfortunately, for this one. Still haven't mentioned how much the trash can is going for. It all goes, well, might be in Perth on the 10th. What are you doing in Perth? That's sick, bro. I need it. Maybe you could fly me out and I'll be your assistant. No, I should seriously try and get to Perth. I think I've got it for like 1,100, including the tail digit thing. Let me get it. This thing. This is worth like $450 on its own. So it's Thunderbolt 3 focus, and it's got USBs. It's got a card reader, got display port and stuff. So that's worth $450 brand new. So I'm chucking that in, but I'm selling it for like $1,100 or something Australian. I don't know. I think it's pretty low, but honestly, the computer's not worth anything anymore. It's already 10 past, so I should probably call it a night. We can continue again soon. I know you guys will miss me, but you've been without me for so long. Gate issue there. I'll do some nice rides and stuff. I'll do some nice vocal delay rides on some of these longer bits as well. Just mixing a bit more piano at the moment so Toshi can hear it.
Life would love to bring heavenly heaven.
It's got great pipes.
It's just the ultimate.
Oh. So obviously all playing a bit softer in this song. Might just do a quick little gain bump. Yeah, unfortunately, Perth is not that close to Melbourne and cheap, so I probably can't just like run over to see you. If it was Sydney or something, I would just drive and come up and hang out. don't think there's any choir throughout this stuff. So I'm going to turn them back down again throughout these songs. Oh, love that piano. Sounds great, and he's a great player. So good.
Heaven, my dream. Heaven divine. Heaven.
Oh, you can't see, damn it. Sorry, guys. Whoopsies. I'll get used to that again. Clearly you guys aren't concentrating enough anyway, so what does it matter? Let's get this song finished. So she finishes. All right.
It's just the ultimate degree to be. Heaven, my dream. Heaven,
Oh yeah. Tasty. So I'm preemptively getting rid of the noise. They're clapping in Toshi's mic. We got far enough through. We know what it's going to be like. And then I'll also get rid of the clapping because I know they all clap. You can see there that the band claps and stuff, and we don't want that. Stuff them. There's a dip for the Toshi's talking.
Michelle Nicole. Yeah. Now we're going to give you a quick little sneak peek of something that's coming a bit later, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. This one's called Something About Believing.
Get rid of the mic. Pop, and he puts it back on the stand. Cool. All right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Did I tell you my father stays in Canberra? What's he doing there? Is he a politician? All right, well, it's been lovely. Thank you to my usual crew. Lovely to speak to you, I guess, or read your text, Grant. I hope you're well. It'd be lovely to catch up. But yeah, Paul, so good to have you back. Ben Co, love to have you here. The newbies, who do we have? Who's the new guys? There's a few people who popped in. Noel, thank you. And Diamond District Studios, thank you so much for popping in. If anyone's got any questions post the stream, so you're watching after the fact, please feel free to ask any questions in the chat and I will endeavour to answer them. And I'll be going live again, probably go live on Friday. We've got to get through this thing. I've got a few other jobs to get sorted, but maybe look out for that. But it'll probably be during the day. But I will do my best to maybe stream a week, if not two. Please feel free to share it with people. That's always helpful. These minimal open moments sound so good. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's the thing about, like, there's some really great moments in this. There's some odd moments in there musically as well, but that's just the nature of jazz and whoever recorded this stuff. So anyway, thank you,